Hello and welcome to this episode of Lights Out, your virtual campfire. I'm your hostess with the mostest ghosties, Sylvia Schultz. One of the reasons I love doing library talks so much is that people in the audience very often have their own stories to share. And as you guys all know, I'm a sucker for a good ghost story. After one of my library talks, a gentleman came up to me and very kindly offered to escort me to an extremely haunted cemetery deep in the woods. Yes, I know, that sounds like a horror movie just waiting to happen. But this is no horror movie. It's a great experience that I wasn't about to pass up. So scooch closer to the campfire, poke up the flames, and let's go lights out. I was finishing up answering questions after a talk at the Peoria Library when Alan raised his hand to tell me about a private cemetery in the woods. After some discussion, he's very protective of the place and for good reason, he decided that I was sincere in my desire to investigate, not just visit the place to drink beer and scare myself silly. So he agreed to take me out there. As it happened, we went on October 30th, the day before Halloween, and a full moon lit our investigation. I won't give you details on how to find this place. The cemetery is wildly overgrown and largely forgotten, but there are still people who go out there to party and show no respect for those who are trying to enjoy their final rest there. Luckily, though, there are also folks like Alan who go to the cemetery to pick up trash, to fix sagging fence lines, and to communicate with the dead. As we drove to the cemetery, Alan shared some of the area's history with me. Galena Coach Road, please.
Yeah, the Galena Coach Road, I've seen dates anywhere from 3,000 years old to 6,000. 6,000 to me sounds right because of the Native American population around here.
Mm-hmm.
That coach road has been traveled by General Grant before he was president because he had a house in Galena, and this was the way to get to Galena.
Okay.
Galena Coach Road. 1812 and that, there was Indians fighting and because you had the British and the French having their arguments, and that all played out here.
Oh.
At the courthouse, actually, if you're in the Peoria courthouse, they have all these prints along the walls that have different scenery from the mid 1800s.
Oh, cool.
And one of them shows from Grandview Drive, basically looking up the river, and it specifically mentions that was the site of many of the battles and fights. And
cool.
So this has a strong Native American history over thousands of years, but also since the French fort was the first occupation of Illinois, they used the main trails. And Galena Coach Road, which is State Street, 29 parts of Route 29 here are that road, but most of that's newer. That was Route 29 was put in 1955.
Gotcha.
But that road has been traveled by, Abraham Lincoln, when he was a lawyer and all that. And they said that little place across from my house, the rail splitter, that there was several clandestine meetings there of politicians. Because one, they wanted to eat the chicken, but it was just outside of Peoria, which was, a fairly busy town. And it was a good place for them to go and have discussions away from other prying ears. So
very cool. After quite a long hike in the gathering dusk, we arrived at the cemetery as full dark came on. I will play our investigation for you, and keep it in mind to listen for ghost voices. This investigation was extraordinarily rich in EVPs. Some of them were caught on the recording, and some formed in the white noise created by the scuffle of our footsteps through the fallen leaves. That being said, sit back, have a listen, and enjoy this visit to an exquisitely haunted location. Whose beautiful, lovely stone is this? Joseph and Georgiana. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty.
Yeah, he's the one that was exhumed and buried with his wife. Notice that his wife does not have a date.
That's why, okay.
He was exhumed.
Okay.
He's
Flash.
I think the youngest son of Mr. Robinson, who he lived with them. Him and his family lived with.
Okay.
The elder. So I'm banging around. It is October 30th, 6:49, Robinson Cemetery. I'm here with Sylvia Schultz. We're just getting up here, walking around, so I'm just going to have the recorder on, just for notes. So, okay. So if there's any bumping around on the recording, you're just going to have to suffer through.
All right, so I told you that I had gifts for you. I guess I don't need this flashlight right now because I have... Okay.
And there are a line of what I assume are children's graves over by the Rhodes family. This is not a huge cemetery, but...
Right, yeah.
And Mr. and Mrs. Rhodes, Mr. Rhodes in the Civil War. He's listed. Some of my chicken scratching on that note.
Right, yeah.
His service. Him and his wife I've communicated with. I hope you guys are here. Hope you're not mad at me.
Okay. We are ready. And where's my spirit box?
I have one of the newer SB7 with the temperature thing, but I never used it.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, I got a S box here.
If you need a hand, I could carry whatever you need. I got a couple pockets too. But.
Well, let's find William.
Yeah.
And Catherine.
Yep. They're somewhere up in this area.
Okay.
And like I said, the box, we know this is the corner. This is, like I said, it's not huge. You just follow the.
Okay. Cool.
The fence post.
All right, William and Catherine, we're coming to see you. And we're here to visit with anyone else, too. If anyone else would like to speak with us, we'd be happy to listen.
Now, see, since they took down the fences, it's harder for me to just immediately navigate. Okay, there's more fence. Because there's graves going right off that direction.
Uh-huh.
Oh, see, they cut one of the posts here.
Oh, yeah.
So, all the nighttime navigation markers kind of up and disappeared on it.
Okay.
I do
Well, gosh, if there are graves over here, this is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, there's graves that direction. It's kind of L-shaped.
Okay.
But the cemetery itself is square.
Okay.
There's a big old fence here. Now this is where I believe these are all children.
Ah, right, there are the children. Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Rhodes. You guys have communicated with me quite often, and I appreciate that.
Mr. and Mrs. Rhodes, I'm very pleased to meet you.
This is Mr. Rhodes. His, she got the flashlight so you can see it a little better.
Oh, yeah.
His name's actually James.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It says J-A-S.
Right, yeah, it's a
Rhodes.
Abbreviation for James.
Yeah. Remember, just markers on the back. No, and then his wife. They've both communicated. His wife. See, this place has been so disrespected over the years. Most of the tombstones have been smashed.
Oh no.
And one person was even dug up when the kids came up here on horseback. They dug up a skull and had a skull, and he was arrested for it.
I should think. Well, yeah, that had been a while ago.
Yeah. I can't remember if Mr. and Mrs. Robinson's over there.
Okay.
But like I said, there's other ones over here. Margaret, the one that I have that voice saying, my name is Margaret. I think I might have had that one for you. I think I sent you that EVP.
Yeah.
That grave is right over there.
Oh, fantastic.
Mr. and Mrs. Robinson's right over that one.
Okay. Well, first of all, I have a treat for the children. We think that these are children's graves right here.
They only have initials.
So, Yeah. Well, if these are indeed children, I have a treat for you. I have candy.
Yeah, see this side, there's only initials.
Yeah.
And they all, most of them end in R.
Okay.
And that's the Rhodes family. That would be right in line with the Rhodes family.
Right, yeah, another HR.
This one's been moved. I pulled this up from wherever it was just laying beside here. So that's, and then R, which should be in this row somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, well, if there are any other children in here, please feel free to come and take some candy. I'm going to put it right over here. It's cherry flavored. It's really good. Cool.
Mr. Robinson, I sent you a link to his Find a Grave site.
Yeah. I'm amazed that this is even on Find a Grave.
Well, because the guy who lists it put him up here. He's one of the locals. I've never ran into him. I don't know who he is. But he obviously knows a lot about it and has an interest in history and very, I respect him because I've never heard anything bad and never seen anything that would make me think anything different. But he's been trying to document this. He had a website that I got that list from that does not exist anymore.
Oh, wow.
But that list I got from him.
Okay.
He had a website, just an early kind of generic website that listed what he knew of all the graves here.
Oh my
But I do not think all the graves are listed on that because I read a lot of old newspapers, like mid-1800s, turn of the century papers. And I'm thinking that I read somewhere that there was a guy that was washed up in the river who they thought was a sailor, probably from one of the steamboats.
Yeah.
He had like a uniform on, and then I think they buried him up here. And I've never been able to figure that out. So that either may or may not be true.
Okay.
But this is the oldest cemetery in this area. And it's obviously, you see, there's no road going here.
No.
And we took what was the closest thing to a road. Wow. Is what we took up here.
Oh my goodness.
So if anybody's listening to us and you want to chime in, feel free to speak into the recorder.
Yes, please tell us where we're wrong.
Yeah, if we're wrong, if you know
if you want to correct us, you go right ahead. You feel free.
Oh, I just seen movement right through here. And you'll see wisps. I've had everybody that's ever been up here says that they see those wisps of vertical lines.
I thought I saw something just like right here, but I didn't know if it was like something on my glasses or what.
Huge chill. This is one of the areas I always stop. The Rhodes graves, I feel comfortable here.
Okay.
I'm sorry if that makes you feel uncomfortable, Mr. and Mrs. Rhodes. I've tried to come up here and communicate with you to show that I have nothing but good intentions for you guys. I know you'd probably rather be left alone. I've heard some of the recordings. I don't know who everybody is that's telling me things. A lot of recordings, I heard Mr. and Mrs. Rhodes communicating with me. Nobody wanted me up here when I first started recording.
Oh my.
But then I got to them when I came up, listened to the recordings, come back up here and verify that I heard what was being said. I'm bringing these things up. I'm talking about, when they're telling me to get out of here, or when I brought the flags up on Veterans Day, brought flags up from Mr. Rhodes. I brought a rose up from Mrs. Rhodes. I looked up the history of his unit in the Civil War. They went through some terrible things down south, some floods in the wintertime.
Oh no.
Very cold, a lot of suffering. Wow, did you hear that yell?
Yeah, I did. Came from behind over there.
Now you'll hear the highway stuff. The only closest habitations are ways off that way. You can see the lights. That's miles away.
Wow, okay.
And you can see down there another light straight.
Yep. That's
way.
about where I thought the yell came from.
But that sounded to me
Okay.
somewhere, to me, in this area.
Okay.
But yeah, that was...
Would anyone like to come a little closer? If you come closer, this device in my hand will light up. It'll go from one light to several. And it'll go from green all the way up into red. And that will let us know that you're here. Faint little blip.
like I said, here, because of the way the energy is with the cell phone towers and everything, I don't know. I don't usually use a K2, but you're more welcome to.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how they're going to react.
True. If that's someone coming closer, welcome. We're really happy to be here, and we're really grateful to be able to visit with you. Thank you. Do you want to take out the spirit box and see if anyone has anything to say? All right, cool.
I've never ran the spirit box up here.
Really?
Nope.
So just EVPs?
Yep.
Wow.
And there's tons of them.
Cool.
I don't know why I keep forgetting I got my headlight on. And I lost a bunch of files on my computer back when I had a computer failure. I still have all the masters, but all the cutouts, all the times I've spent.
Sure.
I lost a lot, and I got a perfect one when 3 of us were standing just a little ways from here, about that area, and you hear these footsteps run up and and we all turn on our flashlights at the same time. And just like, what was that?
Oh,
and it's clear as day in the recording. Then he yells, "Get out!"
Oh, goodness gracious. And was that an audible?
That was an EVP. I didn't use any of these, but we heard the footsteps. We all heard the footsteps, and you can hear it on the recording. But you hear the and then get out.
Check it out.
Oh, okay.
Check out the K2 or the.
Are you trying to communicate with us? If you are, step up to the.
Yeah, it got all the way to the
green light. You can.
Oh, hello. Hello. Oh my goodness, we are so glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming to visit. I hope you're not telling us to get out. We're very grateful to be here.
Now, I don't think I've ever ran a spirit box up here. It's a radio, and it's supposed to try to help you communicate with us. Was that you trying to communicate?
Mrs. Rhodes, I brought these flowers for Mrs. Robinson, but would you like some too? I would be happy to give you some too.
I think I heard her voice on here just a second ago.
I think I did too.
I think they both just said yes.
Oh, wonderful.
I think I first heard a male voice, yes, and I think I heard a female voice, yes.
Well, I will be delighted to put flowers on your grave, Mrs. Rhodes. Thank you for accepting my gift.
Are these your children that are here? Yes. Oh, I got a big chill.
We're so sorry you went through all that heartbreak of losing your children. Are you with your children now? Is that another yes?
I think so. They're communicating. Are they grandkids? Are any of them your grandkids? He's trying to communicate. There's a male and a female. Now, I always have the best luck listening to the recording rather than listening live. Now, I've tried to tell her a little history about this place and about the people that are buried here, but even my knowledge is limited.
Did you say died?
I think so. Yes.
Oh, thank you for communicating with us.
I think he just said behind you again. They say that a lot.
Oh, thanks, Yahoo.
And I'm sorry. I know I've said that before, and you guys called me a prick, and I probably deserve that. I understand that. I was not meaning to be a prick.
Did you hear that? Over there?
And I was hearing stuff. I was kind of spinning my head around like an owl.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to shut the box off for a minute, and we'll see if you're going to give us any more just regular EVPs in this recording device I got in my hand.
What was that?
I don't know, but I'm going to listen to it on the recording. I keep hearing what I'm thinking is them trying to communicate with us. It's not just radio blitz.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shut it off, and then you can still communicate through the recording, and maybe I'll turn this back on in just a little bit when we change location. Thank you if you're trying to communicate. I think he just said bye. I think that was the last thing he said.
Fantastic.
But look, I'm standing right over one of the children's graves. I certainly don't mean any disrespect.
No, we do not mean any disrespect. We just decided to stand still for a while and let you come to us.
But yeah, Mary Rose, her grave's the one right there with that tree.
Right, yeah. I remembered where it was. Okay. Mrs. Rhodes, here you are. There are some flowers for you. Thank you so much for talking with us. We appreciate it so much. I'm going to take a photo of you, take a picture, if that's all right. Okay. Mr. Rhodes, may I take a picture of your stone?
I might be able to change that lighting a little bit if you want.
Actually, it's pretty good. Oh, yeah, with the flash, it's going to be all washed up. Ooh, let's see how that came
I
out.
was hoping maybe I added just enough of a shadow.
Yeah, let's try that again.
You want to try it with this light again?
Yeah, please.
Take as many pictures as necessary, I suppose.
Do, 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 do.
Sometimes it just has enough depth to it.
Yeah.
If you get some responses, if you listen to your recording and you get some responses, and you want to come back up in here during the day, it can't be during deer hunting season.
No.
But if you
No,
want
I
to come
used
up
to
here-
hunt. I know better than to come up with then.
So you get that, yeah. I don't want to be a mount on somebody's wall.
Right, for sure.
But you know, I try to, when I hear stuff that's very specific, I try to come back and acknowledge that I heard it and talk to them about it.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear the EVP with the one saying nobody loved me?
Oh, I missed that one.
I got them all on the computer and stuff, but it says nobody loved me. I got that over toward Margaret's grave. She said her name. My name is Margaret, plain as day.
That's amazing.
And I felt that still moves me when I think about this person telling me that nobody loved me.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's a shame. Okay, shall we
Did you
walk
want to go
over
toward the Robinsons, or did you want to go over here? I mean, this is clearer. It's kind of L-shaped.
Let's visit the Robinsons.
Okay, we'll go back over here. That's a little bushier area, but I don't know why it's so bushy now.
Okay.
But that's this direction.
Oh, okie
You
dokie.
can see the kind of
Here.
It's usually either thorns or the other Robinsons are around here somewhere.
Okay. Well, I'm so sorry your stone fell over. It's a beautiful stone, gosh. Oh yeah, okay, here we go.
There's thorns, I mean the family thorns.
Mm-hmm. what a pretty little carving. Gosh, I gotta get a picture
See,
of
it's
that.
got an anchor and everything.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
So I'm here with the tombstone that's laying on its back, has the anchor and stuff carved on it. If you could tell me your name into this recorder, I'm trying to figure out which one it is. I'm gonna have to look at a list and see if I could figure that out.
Oh, bother. I meant to bring that with me and I didn't.
I got it on my phone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, see, I could just barely read any of this.
Someone took the time to carve this stone for you.
Now, see, I think that might have even been on that base, or there's other pieces, because, I mean,
Oh,
this
sure,
place
yeah.
has been...
I mean, it looks like it would fit into that slot right there.
This place has really been disrupted. That, you know, I'm you know, really sad about that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I came up here even as a teenager, and I know a couple of us even sat up here and drank a little bit. But
Oh.
as far as I know, we did not do any destruction to the place.
Right.
You know, I've never felt like that was a wise thing to do.
Certainly not.
Well, here's another one of the faces. I think these are thorns. I think those might be robinsonite. I might have to come back up here in the daytime and see that. Yeah, these are thorns. Now,
Okay.
there's these pine trees in the winter when all the leaves fall off the trees. You see a row of pine trees through here, old growth pine trees. And one of the thorns said his brother planted them here.
Oh my goodness.
And so these are all thorns.
Okay. This looks like something that was planted on purpose. A little lily here or something.
Could be, and there's, you know, there's some scattered throughout, which I think were ones that were starting to naturally populate the area because they've been brought up here and.
Yeah. I wish I had my dowsing rods with me, or I'd ask the Robinsons where they are. Ask Catherine to show me where.
And that was 1922 to 1922.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one on the list.
Yeah. So
poor little kiddo.
I think they're up in that clump of stuff up that way. I'm looking for the base that I buried that. You know, I hate to admit it, you know, I'm the one that found that jug. I actually found that part of that jug down this hillside over here.
Oh, well then, yeah, why wouldn't you take it if you didn't think it was...
Well, I found it down in here.
Yeah.
Well, and it makes sense. A memorial jug is something that was popular. You mean, you come up here, you're mourning the loss.
Yeah.
You know, you're coming up to visit your loved ones. And I'm going to shut this off a bit. And you're mourning your loved ones, and you come up to drink with them, maybe like that you did when you were alive.
Exactly. Why not?
Sit on a jug and
that was a very Victorian thing to do, is have picnics in graveyards too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and a lot of that, especially the Irish, a lot of that they had to travel sometimes long distances to come to a funeral, and it turns into an all-day thing and a picnic at the cemetery because they're all there for the funeral, and they, like I said, sometimes they traveled a long way. You didn't just jump in a car and go to the Kentucky Fried Chicken or, you know, to some catering place.
Yeah.
You know, so you made a day of it. And so, yeah, cemetery was kind of to some degree, a park where you'd come and spend time with loved ones and other loved ones of other people, you know, people you didn't know, but you were there spending time with them.
Sure, yeah, you're respecting everybody.
Well, we can go back up toward there and see if we could find them up there.
Yeah.
But like I said, if we get up here and we get back in this comfortable area, we can shut our lights off. And you just sit around, you look around, you will see those wisps.
Oh, fantastic.
So
you think the Robinsons might be in here?
They're, you know, where the sun was excavated, I think they're somewhere up toward that side.
Oh,
on
okay.
this side of the cemetery.
Okay.
You know, we came in at that corner of
Okay.
the general location. Like I said, I think these are all accounted for, but this for some reason, I think I ruled this out as being the grave of the sailor, but it's odd that it's got the anchor and everything.
Yeah. That is weird, but if it was some unknown dude, they wouldn't have gone to the expense of putting up that big of a stone.
Well, yeah, that's possible. But then again, too, you got to think about this. If these people really felt charitable and maybe they, really felt, giving them closure because if they don't know who they are, their family doesn't know where they're at.
Oh, true. They want to do a little more memorializing.
Maybe they got together because most of these people went to what's now the Methodist Church, which is actually an old brick structure just right by my house. It's a very old church, which is now bed and breakfast.
Huh.
I'm going to kind of poke around in this stuff and see if I can.
Okay.
So we're looking.
Franklin. William Franklin Robinson. Okay. So that's their son, I think. That was the younger William.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that list because this is the base. And I think that base, I buried that bottle by the base of one of these.
Okay.
In the daylight, I'm sure I could spot it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. and Miss Robinson's right in here.
Okay, fantastic.
So this is it, because this is right where we started. There's your box, right over there. This is that first monument-like thing.
All right.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I cannot believe how much this is overgrown. See, I always thought was kind of a neat tombstone. And I hope you don't take offense to me trying to push some of these bushes back. I'm trying to show you a beautiful monument here. It's like a page. It's carved like a page.
Oh, that's beautiful. May I take a picture of your tombstone, please? I would very much like to get a record of this. That's beautiful.
I think this is one of the children.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Let me take that another. Oh, yeah, Maud. I recognize her name. Let me... that's a good one. Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, we are here in part to visit you. All right. Well, William and Catherine, I am so very grateful to be able to visit your resting place. And I brought flowers for Catherine. I hope you like them. There we are. And William, I wanted to show you respect as well, because I did some reading on you. I found out about your life, and my goodness, you were a school superintendent, and you must have worked so hard to earn the money to buy all that property. Gosh, that is really a stunning accomplishment, sir. So I came to pay my respects to you, and I brought you something to drink. I brought you honey whiskey, and if you are a teetotaler, please accept this in the spirit in which it is given, and just let someone else enjoy it, please. So.
Yeah, so here's Catherine's memorial written on this side.
Ah, okay.
But I'm guessing there's probably...
Sure, we'll take a look at that in a second. There you are, sir. There is some really lovely honey whiskey for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, there's another stone right in there, too. I'm trying to see what the other side...
This side has carving on it, and it is very, very, very faint.
Well, as far as I know, she's the oldest burial up there. I could be wrong, so correct me.
Well,
I'm wrong, but I would certainly...
it sure looked like it from 1850. I mean, that was the earliest date I saw.
That's a beautiful place. Yeah, this is the base of another stone, but it's been disrupted.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah. Trying to get some kind of a
Ooh,
light
that's
there.
good. Yeah, you can read the last name anyway. Okay.
If I have to, I could sweep my leg across them.
Oh, that's fine.
Man, considering the last time I was up here, at least, you were always in the woods, but,
Yeah.
I would almost conclude that this is intentional. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, because you could walk up, that was always in the open, that's one of the children's graves, that Page-looking tombstone.
Right,
You just go walk right up to it and just see it. I mean, you could take a picture, and there they were.
Wow.
And this is, their little plot is the one that's just completely overgrown.
Huh.
I'm going to kind of let my eyeballs look around here and see if I see any of the wisps or anything. I could always also turn on the spirit box again, since
Let's
now
do.
the right thing. I got these beggar's lice seeds all over my sleeve.
Man, so do I.
They're digging at me. Okay. And Mr. Robinson, I apologize if I'm wrong, but I do believe you were the one that was voicing your strongest opinion of me being here. And I'm sorry if I mischaracterized and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't believe I'm wrong. Am I correct? Were you the one that were immediately the one that wanted to try to run me off or tell me your displeasure of me being here?
Mr. Robinson, I saw that you lost Catherine at a very early age. She was only 40 when she passed, and you never remarried. You must have missed her terribly. And Catherine, was it hard waiting for William to join you again? One of the reasons we're here is to find out who you were. Catherine, I had a question for you, if you don't mind me asking it. I was wondering, what was the color of your favorite dress? I'm hearing a lot, but I can't really make it out.
There's sometimes I thought I heard a woman speaking, but like I said, I get my best luck listening to the recording of what these sessions bring out.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us while we're standing here?
It's kind of interesting that it is so incredibly misty up here right now. I wouldn't have expected that on a hilltop. I would have expected that in a valley.
And there's a fair amount of breeze too, so it's not like it's going to linger. It's not just going to like.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe it's the fact that we're standing in a known haunted cemetery after dark in the pitch black, but yeah, I'm starting to get a little weirded out.
Well, here, I'm gonna shut this off. Unless you want me to keep it going, I'll shut it off just so we can hear the sound.
Yeah, for those of you who listen to this in the future, I am standing on a hilltop. Yotes.
Yep. And there's something right in there.
Yeah.
Ain't that exciting?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go over and visit Margaret.
Okay, yeah, let's visit Margaret. So, yeah, I don't know if that got picked up on the recorder, but we just heard a pack of coyotes just going bananas about something. So, I don't know how much longer we're going to be staying.
Yeah, no.
That's an owl.
Yep.
That's, yeah.
I'm trying to get my bearings again here.
Okay. Well, here are Joseph and Georgiana.
Yep.
Oh, he's a Mason. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking for this first. I'm looking for the fence line. Okay. Like I said, since they took down the fences, I used to be able to just know where I was going with everything. But since they took down these fences, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not glad they painted the pole.
Yeah.
We'll head back towards the Rhodes family.
Okay.
Now, I know we didn't see all the tombstones that are in there, but some of them I don't even know if we can get.
Yeah,
You
that's...
see what's going on over there.
Yep.
That's more than one owl.
Yep, I can tell. And we won't stay too much longer. I probably ought to get back before Belle eats my truck. Oh yeah, I wanted to get a picture of the children's graves as well. Flash. Uh-huh. Okay.
So many voices though. It's really hard to pick those out. Pick who is who unless they actually say.
Right, yeah, unless they say.
Margaret flat out,
Wow.
right there, she flat out said, my name is Margaret. She indicated very, very plainly.
Gosh, that looks pretty new. I mean, it's well preserved for being
1901. Yeah, died 1901, April 15, 1901.
Wow.
88 years old age.
Holy cats.
Nancy Garrett.
Nancy, your stone is so pretty. I would like to take a picture of it.
Find a way to get a...
That's good. 88 years, my goodness, you lived a long life. Is there anything you'd like to say to me? I'm sorry I didn't bring more flowers. I would have given you some if I'd known you were here. Nancy, do you wish more people would come and visit you? Well, you have such a pretty little stone. It's very white still. It's been well preserved. So I'm glad no one has knocked it over. It's a very pretty stone. Thank you for letting us visit. We're going to go over and say hello to Margaret now.
Margaret's right here. I'm going to see who that one is. Because it's been so long since I've been up here. I've lost all orientation.
It's way bigger than I thought.
Now, see this fence. See, there used to be a bunch of this kind of fence around.
Oh, I see.
A lot of it was rolled up and sat by about where you put your box.
Huh. Okay. Okay. I am going to use the flash for this one. Excuse me. Flash.
Now, Margaret's grave is around here somewhere because she flat out told me that her name was Margaret.
Ooh, that came out good.
Maybe that one. She's here somewhere.
Okay.
And I know it's somewhere in this area.
Yep.
You remember when I came here and you said that your name was Margaret?
There we are, Margaret. We found you. Ooh, let's... Thank you.
Granville James, December 16th, 1826. I think that's the 6th.
Yeah.
And his wife, Margaret. His wife, September 27th, 1826.
December 9th, 1900. Oh, you lived a good, long, healthy life, too. Good for you.
Yes, Margaret. Thank you for communicating with me that last time. I hope you're taking the time to try to communicate with me again.
That's me bonking around in my vest.
You want to try to communicate with the light she's holding out? And it reads energy if you want to try to communicate with it. You could change the color of the light in that. Just try to step near it or put your hand on it and see if that will change colors.
Yes, if you put your hand on it, it'll light up. It won't hurt you or anything like that, but it will let us know that you're here. I had a great-grandmother named Margaret. She was quite a formidable woman.
Mr. James, I hope you're not taking any offense to me talking to Margaret. She communicated with me. I know because she said her name. But to me, I get a sense of a mother figure type. And my grandmother passed away in 1971, and I felt she's always been around me. And it wasn't until previously before my father passed away, he said the same thing, that he thought his mother was around. And so it's not that I have anything against Mr. James. If you want to try to communicate, all the respect in the world, I just feel her presence. So I just try to reach out to whoever I feel.
We would be delighted to speak with anyone who would like to come and talk with us. If you'd like to come closer, that'll let us know that you're here. Thank you for coming closer.
To save my ears, I'm going to turn off my recorder now. So thank you for anybody who's tried to communicate with me.
K2 meter is blipping up about halfway.
Yep. Been on for just a second longer. Is that you trying to communicate? Can you do that again?
Oh, thank you so much. How about this? If you're nervous coming so close to me, how about if I put it on top of your stone and you can come closer to it there. And we will.
I'm going to just step away just a little bit.
We'll stand back.
I'll just stay. If you want to communicate with her, that's fine. If you communicate with me, it's all up to you.
Yeah. So now I've backed off, so now you can come closer to that little light, and it will change color, and we'll know that you're here. Okay. So you don't want to make the lights light up. That's all right too. We are not going to stay for very much longer. So if anyone would like to say anything, do please say what you'd like to say. We are not here to judge anyone. We will listen to whatever it is that you have to say. I'm going to take my meter back.
I just thought I heard a voice right here.
What did it say?
I don't really know. It was one of those quick, like I call them sonic voices, where they speak just kind of quickly.
Uh-huh.
And it was like right here, either on this tree or stand right on our side of the tree, which there is the grave right there.
Oh, yes, that's Nancy's grave. Nancy, were you trying to tell us something? I thought I heard something else just as I was, I think I talked right over.
Airplane going straight above us.
Right, yeah.
I'm all for walking back that way, stopping for just a minute or so, and then, like I said, if you want to head, you can head, or...
Yeah. And Nancy, I am so glad that this tree missed your stone when it fell. Holy cow. Look at that. My goodness, it fell right next to that other one, but it left your stone. It did not mess up your stone. I'm so happy about that.
I'm just looking at it. Fell and it shifted. The weight pushed it this way because here's the base.
Oh, I see.
And then
it kicked out a little.
Yeah. So it probably hit, pushed.
Yeah.
I'm always looking. I got my education in Native American history and archaeology, and that whenever I see a pulled up tree, especially in this area, I look on the roots.
Ah.
Because you don't know what it's going to pull up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you for anybody that's been communicating. I'll listen to this, and I know there's certain ones of you that don't want me to come back up here, and for that I'm sorry, but I want to try to let anybody know if I've heard your voice. I just want them to understand that I heard them, and if I hear exactly what they're saying, I want to be able to communicate back. So thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you so much for allowing us to come and visit with you on this fine night before Halloween. I hope that your energy is strong and that you've been able to communicate with us. We are so very, very grateful for you taking the time and your energy to speak with us.
Yeah, see, somebody cut those. See, somebody cut a bunch of posts off because even though this lot is square, the fences were, I think, designating family plots.
Gotcha.
Now, honestly, like I said, this plot is the one that seems to have, to me, I see the most wisps in this area.
Okay.
You know, but I get the more responses from people just communicating on that side.
Okay.
So, like I said, I just can't help but think that maybe this overgrowth is intentional. You know, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it could be natural. I mean, obviously, Mother Nature doing her thing, but
stranger things have happened.
It's just one of those things. Mark it on the list as maybe.
Yeah. All right. It is 7:48. Okay. Well, folks, thank you so much. I stopped because I thought I heard a twig cracking over there. I couldn't tell whether it was over there or behind me.
I'm trying to put this stuff away so pay more attention to what's going on here. And they will follow us most of the way down that hill.
Really?
Yep. To
Okay.
about the point where I've had them issues.
Okay. I'm going to turn this recorder off. Holy cats, we've been out here for an hour.
You know, and that's actually long.
Thank you so much for coming along with me on this hike through very spooky woods. In the next episode, we'll visit another haunted cemetery deep in the woods of Kentucky. But this visit wasn't nearly as enjoyable. Please join me the next time we go lights out.